Hi, guys and gals. My name's Victoria Ballard, and I'm a healthcare professional. I've been interested in health since I was 18 years old, and I worked in the Macrobiotic restaurant in Airlie Gardens, Notting Hill Gate, London. I did the 10 days of brown rice. I didn't have any health issues then, no weight problem, but a friend of mine was schizophrenic and he lost all his symptoms while he was on macrobiotics. So I stayed macrobiotics for about 8 years. In 1975, I graduated as a counsellor. And in 1982, I had the great fortune to work with Dr. Alan Stewart. He had a lab in Harley Street, and most of you will know that Harley Street, London, is where all the top health professionals have their clinics. So I learned a lot working with him, but then I went off on my own and I did muscle testing to find the allergies. Dr. Alan Stewart was using an elimination diet, and he was also testing for vitamin and mineral deficiencies. So I tested using muscle testing, and I had absolutely great results. So I decided to train as a naturopath and an osteopath, and I graduated 3 or 4 years later as a naturopath and osteopath. And all the time, my passion was weight loss. I didn't have a weight problem at the time, but I could see that it was really difficult for so many people. And the allergies, if I found the allergies, they'd get better. But guess who became my most difficult client? Yeah, me. In my 40s and 50s, I went up to, let me get the figures, 11 stone 6 pounds, 160 pounds that is, and it's over 70 kilos. My weight now is 8 stone, which is the weight I was in my 20s and 30s. 112 pounds, 50 kilos. So I've lost 48 pounds and 20 kilos. How did I do it? Well, I read books. I hang out on YouTube, and I tell you, when I hang out on YouTube, I listen to all the 3-hour videos. I listen to all the doctors that I can just list a few. If you'll stick with me, you probably know them all. Dr. Jason Fung, Sten Ekberg, Dr. Ken Berry, David Sinclair and Volta Longo, working on how you can have longevity, Dave Asprey with his bulletproof diet, Dr. Eric Berg, and there are many more. But there's one doctor, and I can't find him on YouTube again. I hope he will contact me. He was my super inspiration. He had a weight problem. He was 300 pounds. He went on the strictest diet I've ever heard of, one meal every other day. And it took him 18 months, but he lost 100 pounds. Now that is dedication. And I thought to myself, yes, I'm that dedicated. There's diabetes in my family. I can't afford to have all this belly fat. It has to go. So I studied all these doctors. I read books. I'm also studying neuroscience because psychology and brain rewiring is an important part of weight loss. So that's my story, and those are my figures. You probably don't have to do all this. You'll probably lose weight a lot easier than I did. You don't have to do all that study, although it's fascinating, all the trials, the scientific papers, the statistics, all this is backed up. This is great stuff. But where and how did I finally lose all that weight? Well, I was in Mexico. I was eating the gorgeous Mexican food in the restaurants, and it was piling on. My belly was just like massive. And my boyfriend at the time actually said that I looked pregnant. And I thought, well, 5 months pregnant, 8 months pregnant, 9 months pregnant. I've got to stop eating in restaurants. So I started cooking for myself. All I had in my Airbnb apartment was one burner and one frying pan. And the thing that fills me up most is meat. And it was so hot and humid, I only ate in the morning. But I don't think it matters when, what part of the day, but I had just that one meal and it was only meat. Now, looking back, that's exactly what Alan Stewart did. He put people on lamb. Now, beef, any ruminant, goat, lamb, these are the most digestible foods for most human beings. So I was on an elimination diet. If I had allergies, they were gone because I stayed on it for a few weeks, just a few weeks, and I could tell. I mean, I knew I was losing weight because there was all this loose skin around my stomach and around my waist, a little bit on my arms and legs, which I'm hoping will tighten up. That's the stage I'm at now. I'm actually tightening the skin, and this too can be done with autophagy, which you get from a short fast. I mean, nothing too difficult. So I doubt you'll have the same problems I've had, but I'm here and I want to know what you're interested in. So give me a like or a subscribe or leave me a comment, or if you like, give me a private message and I'll get back to you. Thanks for listening. Have an absolutely great day or a great afternoon or a great evening. Bye.